make a video today to do a quick walk around the Yamaha MT-09 Tracer. Launched in 2015. I picked this one up on last Wednesday. It's a 2016 model. So it's brand new. It's very nice. I thought I'd do a quick walk around to show you the bike, so you can see what it looks like from all angles. Side profile there. This bike, I've had a few extras put on it. I've got the low seat because it is a bit too high for me. I'm only a short arse. I'm 5'7", and I was just on tiptoes with the standard seat on its lowest setting. The low seat reduces the height to 815mm, I believe. So that's much better, much more comfortable for me. I can cope with that, no problem. But it's not very comfortable. It's bloody hard seat actually, because they've removed most of the padding for it. So a bit of a shame. Bring you around the front of the bike. I love the look of the front of this. It's awesome. These headlights are really good. Really good lights. Very efficient. I'll show you the headlights in a bit. But the little strips that you can see running along the top of each headlight, they're LEDs that come on when you switch the ignition on. And when you actually start the engine, one light comes on, and main beam is both lights, and they're very bright. I ride down a lot of unlit little country roads at night time, and these are the best headlights that I've seen on a bike yet, actually. Really good. The windscreen is the standard windscreen. There's a bigger option that you can get, a touring screen, but I don't think you need it. It's not unless you're going to do some serious touring anyway. The height of the screen's adjustable by 3cm. That's at its lowest setting at the moment. There it is from this angle. I think it looks really nice. It's obviously based on the MT-09. They've sort of turned that into a sports tourer, although it looks sort of almost adventure bike like. It's certainly not that. It is a sports tourer. It's part of the Yamaha sports touring range. It's got the stock exhaust on at the moment. I have got the full Akrapovic system on order, which they'll be fitting, well, when it arrives, I suppose. How long that's going to be, I'm not so sure. I'm just moving around the back. Huge license plate holder. Could definitely do with a tail tidy. It sticks out a mile. LED lights at the back, and I'll show you those in a minute. I'm not keen on the shape of this seat, or the back end I should say. It's like they've just cut it off. I think a more tapered end would look a bit better, but it's just my opinion there. So yeah, that's what the bike looks like. I'll show you these headlights. A lot of people have commented about where the ignition key is, saying it's too low down or difficult to get to, but it really is not an issue. There's the dashboard, I'll go into that in a second. It's really not an issue for me, and I can't see it being an issue unless you've got huge hands. So there we go, there's the LEDs on. I'll just start it up. There's no sort of separate start switch for this. It's sort of integrated into the kill switch. So there we go. Show you these lights around the back. So that's what the rear lights look like. and obviously the centre bit's the brake light. Don't look like much, but at night time they're really quite bright because they're LEDs, and I think they look pretty cool like that. Right, let's have a little look at the dashboard then, because that is very good. Move that out of the way a bit. So obviously speedo, fuel, your modes, what driving mode you're into, which I'll talk about in a moment, rev, clock. That's about it on that side. Over this side you've got your gear indicator, your odometer, and average fuel consumption and current fuel consumption. Now with this here you can change the menu options, and there's the scroller to go through the options. So if I pull that, you'll see this has changed up here. That's to say that it's on the heated grips. So if you just press the arrow there on the heated grips, you can see that's the low setting, medium, high setting, and then back down again to turn them off. You pull that little trigger switch, takes you back. If you hold it in, it takes you to this in-depth menu, if you like, and you can go through and set what's on different sort of displays and settings of the brightness and the clock and everything. You can adjust all of that, and you pull the trigger, oops, hold it in, takes you back. If you just press the arrows without pulling the trigger, it just scrolls you through the current sort of settings. Ambient air temperature, so outside air temperature 23, engine temperature 80, time trip, so the bike has been running 3 minutes. And there's your 2 trip computers and total mileage down there, and your odometer. Sorry, that light's reflecting on the screen a bit there. That's one thing I've noticed actually, when the sun's bright behind you, this dashboard is like a mirror, and it really does shine into your eyes quite badly, but there we go. Going on to the riding modes, see it says mode standard. The bike automatically starts off in standard, even if you've left it in a different setting. And you've got this little switch here, you just slide it along to change the different modes. So now I've changed it into B mode. That is what I call pussy hole mode. I suppose you could use it wet weather. It's sort of a low power mode, throttle response is reduced. Standard mode is sort of standard throttle response, full power, and then A mode is increased throttle response. You could think of it as a sport mode, I guess. So that is basically it. We'll put it back to standard, and when you switch off the ignition, watch what it says. See you next time, which is quite a nice little touch. Oh yeah, these mirrors are really good as well. Really, really good mirrors. But that's about it, guys. That's the walk around of the Tracer. As you see, MT-09 Tracer. There it is. Looks quite cool. I think they've done really well with this. Turning the MT-09 into a bit of a sports tourer. I opted for this because it's an upright riding position. I've got a bad back. I suffer with quite a lot of back pain in my lower back, just sort of normally anyway. When I'm riding, I find pain up in my upper back and my neck. So with this, I don't get any pain at all, apart from in my arse, because the seat's pretty firm. Shame. There's no space whatsoever under the seat, by the way. Very, very limited space. So if you want a bike with a bit of storage under the seat, this is not the bike for you. But if you want a bike that's nippy, comfortable, with the standard seat anyway, I would imagine, not the low seat, and good looking, good value, then this is worth considering. And well, that's it. This has been the MT-09 Tracer. I'll go out for a ride on it in a moment and show show you what that's like, but that'll be another video to come in the near future. But thank you for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves. See you next time.